Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm Alan, your host. Today, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to beat computer-assisted wagering, horse racing. A daunting task, it sounds like, right? A lot of people are worried. What is computer-assisted wagering? It's a platform where big players, the whales, groups of whales, will use high-speed software that allows them to get in the wagers at the very last possible second. And that's why in just about every race nowadays, you see the odds swing wildly in a lot of cases. After the gate has started, sometimes before the first call, you see these odds drop way down or they go way up. And that's it's a sign. It's like, oh, they're on to something. Yeah, they have. And not only that, not only do they have the opportunity to get in these wagers very late, last second, but the software that they're using are designed by very sharp computer people, horse racing people, that they're using tons of information to choose their horses, and not only that, choose their plays. So do they have an edge? Big edge? Absolutely. But I'm going to let you know, alleviate your fears, let you know right here. If you're a serious horse player, you're a horse player, there are nothing to be afraid of. They are nothing to be afraid of. Because for one thing, just like in chess or horse racing, even more so than chess, the best computers will usually fail, will be beaten by a human that knows what they are doing. In horse racing, that's never more true. They still have an edge over the computer-assisted wagering algorithms. They use a number of algorithms. And I know this, one of my dear friends, when I first got involved with horse racing, a little story, a tip on this, is involved with the computer-assisted wagering. He's part of a team that actually designs this software, happens to be in Las Vegas, surprise, surprise, and winning player, but he's involved with these whales and what goes into this. So he's no stranger to that. So I have an intimate knowledge of the computer wagering, computer-assisted wagering, and what to watch out for, and ways to get around it as far as winning at the races. To begin with, don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of them. They are going to, but be aware, they are going to be working with top data, and they're not going to go away. Computer-assisted wagering players, they're not going to go away, just like the whales aren't going to go away. Very small percentage of players represents sometimes the majority of the wagers that go in on a race. So you're dealing with those pools. Get that fear, that thought out of your head. It's not going to go away. As long as horse racing is here, it's not going to go away. And now this video was also comes to light here, fruition, due to a question from a viewer, and I'm going to bring that up, and I think a lot of you are going to feel the same way. And it sounds like a frustrated viewer here. So let me just bring that question up, bring it up right here. Coach, may I ask you, how do you overcome post-time drag betting? It's all about finding a bet where the expected value is more than the implied odds. If you don't know what odds you are betting until after the race, how do you find value? And he talks about the drag betting, the computer-assisted wagers that are coming in. So to make sure, and that question is from Jim Darden 4686. Thanks, Jim, for your question. Excellent question here. How do you find value? The best way to find value is to become skilled at the game. It sounds like an easy answer. Use the top data that you can. Use the top data, and I suggest using multiple sources when doing your handicapping. When you see my selections that go out there, you hear me talk about my selections on a live show, how many times do you see the odds of my horses? Most of the time, the selections I use daily, when playing the races, horses open 6-1 and suddenly it's 5-2, etc. Yeah. So using your skill set to handicap the races, that is one way. And that's what I bring you right here with my selections. I mean, you look at this, use top data. Use top data when figuring out who you're going to be using. What do I use? The staples of my wagering right now: knowledge over the year of the different trainers, of the tracks, how the tracks play, trainers, jockeys. So a lot of people use that. As far as data goes, my top data: Thorograph numbers, Ragozin sheets, Thorograph now more so than Ragozin, and Brisnet charts. I use buyer figures. I'll go to other sources as well and research the horses, replays. I put in the work. So there's no two ways around it. If you want to find the best shots, and what you can do there is you can find certain spots where the computer, the cause, as they called, will be on a horse, but you can figure out most likely that they're not going to be on that horse. And that's when you can really jump. And I'm a perfect example here. Just a couple of weeks ago, in the first race at Dubai, I kicked it off with my 3 selections, completing the exacta, which was over $100, and also the the trifecta in that race was over 1,000. And at Dubai, you can play the trifectas for as little as 10 cents. So if you just use my 3 horses, you would have got back like $101, or it was just amazing. So over 1,000, you can do it. And I did that the other day at Oaklawn. Also kicked off the first race, finding an angle there on a horse who had a buried race going back that showed excellent early speed and on a dirt race, and it had been running on wet tracks where it hadn't really shown that speed. That were nearly close, and this horse wound up going off at 26-1. And another one that figured from past data, I saw people are probably going to be laying off. It's on the outside post, completed the exact, and that was an exacta of over 800 something bucks. And it's not going to be $800 if the cause computer assisted wagering players were on that. So, and that's just not to toot my horn here about these picks, or the $150,000 pick 5 that I gave out at Turfway Park about a month back, hitting every multiple exactas. One exacta was over 1,300. Pick 4 was over 10 grand. The pick 5 had all of them, all the doubles, pick 3s, pick 4, and pick 5 to kick it off. So it can be done. Don't tell me that the computer-assisted wagering players were on those. You never would have got those prices. So that is the good news. You can do it. Do your homework. I can't stress enough getting good, reading books, and finding your key spots, your key angles, and look for them. Sometimes the cause are going to be on those races as well. You can't get away from that. So accept it. You might have to swallow that bitter pill. It doesn't have to be so bitter, but be grateful that one of the things I'm grateful for, I know my handicapping is on. Because I see the odds drop on the horses that I'm on. A lot of the time, they go off less than the opening odds. So it means I'm all over these things with my handicapping and my angles, what I'm looking for. And that you can go there too. So be on the lookout for that. But the computer-assisted wagering, get used to it. It's going to be here. And if anything, it's a guide. It shows you that you were on the right horse. And maybe you want to pick your spots. You don't have to play every single race. Look for those opportunities where you can exploit the computer-assisted wagering players. And I touched base with this person who's involved with this, the computer-assisted wagering over in Vegas. I've been keeping in touch regular basis, and Just like any other source that you have in horse racing, you want to have your sources and the ones that are involved. And no, I don't name my sources because, hey, I don't want to lose my sources. So that's a big part of it right there. And I'm sure you can understand, you can appreciate that. Loyalty is a big part of this game. And inside information, just like anything else, a big part of being successful sometimes. And that's not necessarily cheating. It's just being, doing your due diligence and using what you know, just like anything else, to advance the best way possible. Legally, of course. You don't want to be doing anything underhanded or breaking any laws. Uh, okay. You do it on the up and up, and don't have a big mouth about it and name names, etc. But get your sources. I'm a source you can come to and talk with about horse racing with your questions. And, I'll give you the best information that I can in a respectful way to others as well. But you can see it right here with my selections daily and the winners that I'm producing. We had we closed out, where was it? Turfway Park with another pick 4 yesterday with our selection. So we're on it. So computer assisted wagering, don't be afraid. Get better at your game. Do the legwork. Talk with people that are in the know. It's just like you're not a party of one, okay? Just like going to school. I mean, you're not going to learn how to do things unless you get educated, and you're not going to be a know-it-all going in. In horse racing, it's a game where it's an ongoing learning process because changes happen are ongoing. They're part of the game. You can't just sit back and say, I did this 30 years ago and it's going to work today, maybe even last year. Changes happen all the time. Look at all the synthetic racing now. Belmont Park is going to have a new track, whole new thing to learn, the Tapeta track that's going to come when they reopen. So that's one of the things I love about horse racing, because I love to learn. I love to read, avid reader of horse racing books. So that's the great part. Offers a challenge. It's exciting, and it's a chance to be the best, or be the best to win. Okay. No such thing as the best player out there. There are certain players that win consistently, and they're in the top tier, probably in the top 1 to 4%. I believe it's in that area. And on that day, anyone can win on any given day. So be one of them. And even if you're not in the top 4%, you're in the top 10 or 20%. If you have some big days, maybe even top 30%, you can beat the guy that's in the top 3%. So horse racing gives everybody a shot if they know what they're doing. So computer assisted wagering, it's part of it. Don't be afraid. If you have any questions or topics, leave them in the comments area down below, and you may pop up. Your topic might come up in an upcoming video. So thank you for watching, everybody. Beat those races. Don't be afraid of computer-assisted wagering. It's not going anywhere. But the good news is neither are you. And you can do it. Come out on top and win that money, even if it's less money because of the computer-assisted wagering players. But you can still win. So fear not. Thanks for watching. And may the horse be with you.